Hello and welcome everybody to Team Fortress TV to the Open Grand Finals ETF2L Summer 6v6 2023. I am Jay Maxwell and I'm joined by Dumtum, who has let me out of the basement for once.
Well, you gotta go
Dum,
to land at some point, so, gotta get you out early, I guess.
Yeah, this is the one day I get to see the sun. We also have Dr. Underscore on production pressing the buttons. Someone else is doing that, that's nice. Dum, you're the expert on Open. Who are Giddy?
Giddy is a big project coming up this season, right? They've been... have they lost anything? Oh yeah, never mind, right? They did lose one map this season. Just last week, that's the only map they lost in semifinals. It was a pretty clean sweep for them throughout, and in fact, they already played their opponents tonight in week 1, 2, and 1 F1. Last week was a bit of a disaster for them, but they managed to pull themselves together despite a pretty smooth ride otherwise this season. They were on the verge of just throwing it all away last second. But disaster has been prevented, and quite frankly, I'm sure they all grew as people out of that match in semifinals. So, by all means, the favorite to win tonight, I think.
Nice. So that's very impressive. I recognize a couple of those names from my time in Open, which is maybe less impressive. And they are, of course, playing against Clanda, who have never missed a season.
And that's not true. They missed one, and then the website immediately died. ETF2L, if anyone remembers, when the website went down for like a month or straight, it was because Clanda didn't sign up for the season, and then the whole system just crashed because of it.
Look, there's no proof of it. It didn't happen. Clanda have never missed a season.
I mean, Bones didn't. He still played, not the rest of the team, but he did play that season in the end. On, I think, quality control or something. But yeah, Clanda is... the oldest team in existence. They've been here since the before times. In fact, they're so relevant as historians in the game. Bum needed them to message him to get historical documents about what happened in season 1 earlier today. They've been here since the beginning. They've been in mid for quite a while, like a decade ago or something. Then in low forever after that as well. They like gatekept people out of playoffs for like 5 years or something. Eventually, though, you get older, reaction times get worse. You just pay less attention, and you just want to have a good time. And so they decided eventually to go down. And I think 3 seasons in a row, they just kind of got 9th very unceremoniously. This time around, however, they made the full run. They barely snuck into playoffs, and then 2 upsets in a row by seeding got themselves all the way to grand finals anyway. And I believe, I think I fact-checked this. This is the first time since Clanda is in a division that has playoffs, which historically wasn't always the case with low divisions, that they have made playoffs as well. Which is really funny to think about in a way, because they've been playing this game from the year 1.
Yeah.
And it's the first time they've made playoffs in anything that isn't a preseason cup.
I don't know if that's impressive or depressing.
I mean, they did well in like mid equivalent divisions in the past, but there was no playoffs then. Like, we're talking like 2014 and before, when it was like only like the 3 and 4, which we're slowly returning to, I guess, in some ways. But now we have these Swiss divisions where you have playoffs, and since then they hadn't made it. But they're so back, I guess.
Clanda are back. We will see. But, I mean, they're fundamentally, I suppose, the opposite of Giddy, who you said are a project team, up and coming. They want to do well, and they want to put effort into this team. Clanda finished putting effort in about 1997, and since then they've just been having a laugh.
They stopped putting in the effort when Team Fortress 2 came out, and they were not allowed to play Team Fortress Classic anymore. Which, according to the team page, is a better game. I don't know if Giddy agrees, or if they even played that game before. They're probably just playing this game, and I guess Frost also plays Valorant quite a bit, which worth noting. Played like somewhat high level Valorant, I think, for the past year or so in the Turkish scene, I think, but figured, I want to have some fun again. Let's go back here. Admittedly, played like high level low before, so he's the one sandbagging here, really. Above everyone else. But, everybody gets 1. That's how the rules go. And yeah, they have him, and the rest of the team still fairly new people overall. I guess Lakrush has played Open for 10 years at this point as well, so realistically, it's just how it goes sometimes in Open. But yeah, I mean, the team has been playing pretty well. They've managed to recover from the greatest tilt I've ever seen last week, and if they can manage to beat that, then surely they can beat Clanda the second time. Played them in the beginning of the season as well in week 1. I think there was 1 close map and 1 not so close one. So there's still a chance clanda wants away with it. And I did dare them to not pick clanda's worst maps. And they delivered. We do not see any coffee. I do not see any reckoner in the beginning of the maps, at least. So at least until the bitter end, we won't see the worst maps for clanda come out, because these guys hate Koff. That's too much button pressing for them, and they never learned how to play Bagel because they stopped wanting to learn maps a long time ago. So
if they don't have Badlands 3 times in a row, clanda all day.
But with any other maps, they're Giddy up at their homework. I've seen these guys play all season here and there, and granted, I've barely paid attention, honestly, because they've just rolled people. It was not close 90% of the time, which made the time it was close very funny, but they've just been having an iron grip on the situation and open so far.
Fair enough. So, I haven't done my research because I'm a terrible caster. When they met in week 1, what maps were those that they played then?
That must have been Sunshine and Process. I'm not sure anymore. It's been a long time. I believe Sunshine or Process was definitely in week 1 though.
Okay, and today
let's double check.
Gullywash and Process.
It was Process and Reckoner. Process was the closer one, 2-3, 1-5 in Giddy's favor.
Okay. And so we start off on Gullywash, which they didn't play, but after that we have Process, which was close, and Reckoner, which wasn't. So surely if this goes to 3 maps, Giddy have this in the bag?
I would imagine so, yeah. I mean, I'm halfway joking that clanda is terrible on Reckoner. They actually did beat a team this season on it, but realistically, right, like I said, they don't want to learn new maps anymore. They just want to play the game, and Reckoner and Bagel being in the map was a big thorn in their side in that regard, so does not help the situation much. Gullywash, maybe a different story, same with Process, but we'll see how it goes. We have a Murky tonight as well. Caffrey stepping in for Giddy up, a name I'm not super familiar with, but if you get a Merc in Grand Finals, you better get the right one. It is a default Merc, so it's not someone like being dragged in from low or something. This is, in fact, legally an open player by the ETF2L admin's rules decision. So it's not breaking any boundaries here by any means. And I believe, actually, it's worth fact-checking myself right now. This was a player on Bumfreeze's Fresh Meat team as well, which did pretty all right. So, small world.
Taught by the TF2 historian himself.
Pretty much, yeah. And I mean, they did fine. I believe they made playoffs. So it should be pretty good here. Also, we joked about sandbagging right now. Let's not forget... Preds, I think he's still tagged up as W key only.
That's who that is.
Yeah, that's Preds. He did, in fact, at one point in life, play Division 1 when there was no Prem. So basically, he is a Prem player if you really think about it. Now, was this 15 years ago? Maybe. But that's still highly higher than literally anyone else on the server ever has, I think. So, and quite frankly, higher than most people watching, actually, as well.
This is true. But, I mean, Division 1 15 years ago is one thing, but high-level Valorant shortly before,
yeah, that might mean a little bit more, actually.
We'll find out. If Froz comes out on the sniper, we'll find out if Valorant actually means anything.
Oh, if anything, Froz will come out on the pistol. If anything from the past few weeks is reliable information, this man refuses to reach the scattergun. At this point, I think purely to annoy me. But it's been working. I believe he also has like a mid to high rack post already, so he was already kind of sandbagging going into the season to open. He's ready for more. That's good to see. In some ways, honestly, a waste of his talent to play open in a way. So really nice to see that the ambition is there to, not just take the funny season, go back, but just get one more in and actually put themselves to the test. And I mean, at this point, right? A few years ago, that might not have been a statement that was true, but at this point, there is a pretty long lineage of really good Turkish scouts in recent years, and he's really stepping up to be up there as well.
Yeah. The name that comes to mind first would probably be Pandemic, but there has been a lot of very strong Turkish players recently coming up. Well, certainly coming up to the top, but you've got to start somewhere. So I believe we are about to start. We're starting on Gullywash. Dom, who are you watching on the rollouts?
That is a good question. Let's see if Lagrish remembered how to do the rollout instead of what happened the one time last week. But surely, we've all done our homework just now. Going to the mid-fight between clanda and Giddy up for Open Grand Finals. This might be the lowest division, but these are the best Open had to offer. And that just means they will try their goddamn hardest tonight. Bombs away. Oh, demo went down right away is not a good start. However, with counterfrags, they're trying to get more and more. Bombs in by blue do not get the intended results in the end. And it's just Bones on his own, and that taunt will not surprise anyone, unfortunately. He tried.
Well, that's... yeah. That was a quick mid. It looked very nice at the start. clanda managed to pick off Licorice quite cleanly. They just didn't really manage to do anything else.
Alright, here's the scary... Actually, there's two scary parts. One, clanda doesn't know how to hold last. They only know how to push out of last. I don't know how much that will help them right now, because they have full disad. But they will probably try anyway. And B, Giddy up are really good at mid-fight and last points. And really, that's all you need in theory, right? If clanda can't slow them down anywhere in between, it's going to be really difficult.
And we see the Uber charge come out immediately as they take the spawn, lock it out, take the med pick, and it's over. It's so over.
What do you mean? This game just started. Surely clanda will come back, and it's going to be really easy.
Alright, let's see if clanda can do any better this mid.
Maybe there will be a Merc sabotaging Giddy up again this week, and, you know, maybe it becomes a close game at that point. You never know. Things have happened in Open, you wouldn't believe.
I've seen things. I've seen things.
Alright, well, we're trying to go quick. Don't really stick the landing down to beach. Yeah, I don't know if any damage. Obi goes down quite quickly as well. Not gonna find exactly what they're looking for. That's not bode well. It's a slow start so far. Maybe clanda can grind something out. Beach gets taken down. There's the late bombs coming through. Demoman over the point as well. You wouldn't expect this quick a push over point this late into the fight, but perfect timing between the demo and the soldier still makes it happen anyway. Really nice stuff by the red side to stick clutches out. Bounce over this time around. A lot better positioned at the end of it all. And that's
yeah, the fact that Bones lives means the world, really, because clanda did kind of get nuked, but now they actually have a chance to hold. Last time they tried bringing out the Monty Spy, which was still fiddling around in lobby by the time the round was over, but this time they actually have an even chance to hold last, and to do something.
Maybe so. Well, what they're doing so far is send Beach under the point alone, which is a decision you can legally make in the game without a soldier to be down there as a demo man. Maybe it even works, I don't know, but I mean, for now you just hope that anyone walks there right now and tries to get the point early. They're just sending in bombs automatic because clanda does not build guns. We all know this is common knowledge, and you just gotta try your best against it. However, in the rare side, there's a Pyro on the field, that still helps quite a bit.
The Pyro hates, but I really don't like that positioning from Bones. He's standing right next to the shutter to dodge the bombs. Could have been so easily forced. He's lucky he wasn't. And clanda are now fighting in lobby, having traded 2 for 2.
Force just runs through main!
Giddy wrap!
It's never been easier.
And clanda just run down river to find that Giddy have pulled a 180.
It's really good for clanda right now that we all know there's been like a dozen dumber backups this past 7 days, so, and you know, this is basically nothing in comparison. If anyone hasn't watched it, if one player of the last few days, the vaults are still there, and it's good gameplay, and then you will lose your mind at the end.
Point and laugh at players that are better than you.
That still won anyway, but who cares? Oh no, Press goes down instantly.
Right, he's going up, drop down. So, and that's... they're just dead. They're just dead immediately. Caffrey comes up, drop down, and nukes.
I mean, I can't say I didn't expect something like this to happen eventually in this game. Maybe not immediately map 1. But sooner or later, I would imagine Giddy would get this momentum swing.
Licorice is looking down the left side. Giddy clanda are trying to come out the right, but they're getting bombed. They'll lose Licorice for it, and they might even lose another soldier. But I think Giddy might have overextended a little here, because they have just lost their medic as the second point gets capped.
Frost is going last again. He's trying his best. There's a soldier in the medic on point. Spawn's coming up as well, and Pratt from behind will be the one getting the kill. Are we trying anyway? We're thinking about it, but walks right into them.
Yeah, I think Giddy got a little too excited by that mid, and went a little too far forward. So clanda do now get to push out, as you said that they wanted to, and we will say a Gullywash second to mid stalemate.
It's not that they want to push out, it's that they can't help themselves but do it anyway. It's just the state of being on the side of clanda, and sometimes it gets punished if you go a little bit too quick. Sometimes you just forget about one thing.
Goes too quick and gets punished by Licorice's sticky trap. That's never a good feeling as a demo dying to the other demo's trap, is it?
Right, it really shouldn't happen as well, right? You shouldn't really be the one leading the charge that too much.
But he could have turned around? I just don't understand. And
no, but how are you turning around while pressing W?
And now clanda have been forced and are sitting on a 70% disad. Hawaii is hiding in a bush on mid, and...
invisible?
I mean, like you said, you can't look back while you're holding W. But
you'd think they've seen that hiding spot at some point in the last 15 years, but
you
never
would.
know.
But I don't think it will matter because clanda are actually so far out on second that okay, that they just get bombed anyway and cleaned up by the Uber.
It's that easy. Just hit your shots. Pratt still goes deep anyway. What he does best, I suppose, gets a kill out of this one, but is it good enough? No, Frost gets the kill. The new generation's back. Maybe just need to stay actually as well. Gets the kill right there. Barely anything alive still at the end, and that's looking really good for Giddy Up.
Giddy Up are somehow managing to win, to just take as many fights as possible and win them all. Monty goes down on the back lines as Giddy Up pushing in, Blackrish bombing into lobby, overextending maybe a little but doesn't get punished, and Giddy Up are waiting to push into last with a very small Uber advantage.
This is a good time to mention as well that when clanda played last week in semi-finals, the roster was basically not this at all. They needed multiple marks. Bones wasn't playing. They had Twisty Mark, and then they rotated like 12 people around.
Oh no, clanda are just feeding. They want to get the med pick, but it's not going to happen. And now the Uber charge comes out from Giddy Up, pushing into last. Blackrish finally gets flashed by the Uber, but it's not really doing much. And now clanda's Uber comes out. They pick the demo, and Bry might escape, but I'm not so sure about Froz.
I mean, it is kind of harkens back to what I said earlier, right? I've seen Giddy Up just win games from mid and last pushes alone. I think clanda needs to win the game anywhere in between, and it's slowing down with Nuba 7 on last is maybe exactly what they want to see, actually. Just hold on barely and then see what they can grind out from the rest of this one. Keep up momentum now, gets the
right.
place, you'd think, but they're not done
Brian
yet.
Obi? Surely not.
They're blocking for it as well, but
this is. But and the meds are just dueling on last.
Black cleans it off, it's fine.
I mean,
it's gonna be okay.
They'll have like a 60% Uber advantage now, but they're only just pushing into mids with half their team, as the spawners from Giddy, well, they won't be in position to contest quite in time, but welcome to Open.
Yeah, this is Open, in fact. We've been missing out of this first you've seen. Ooh, big double pipe as well.
Yeah, Lycrish isn't missing anything.
But wow, the bomb works as well. Beautiful stuff. Bones goes down. They're still trying the hardest. The cleanup's not even good enough at the end, actually. It's just Beach alone, and
yeah,
it's just not going to be cutting it.
They're just DMing them and diffing them.
Oh yeah, Chad brings up a good point. This might be the first time clanda in the 15 years in this game has been on Team Fortress TV. With not having been in players matches in the past in any division, it's been kind of avoiding them for the most part. There might be like a Rogue Cup match they had somewhere in there, but at least as far as regular season is concerned, definitely the first one.
Yes, and unfortunately for clanda, they're getting pushed back to last once again. As Giddy Up just sort of walk into seconds, take the space they've been given. Clanda are fighting from upper as Lakrish bombs in again and really should get punished, but Hawaii is there to back him up and blows up 2 players. And so now they've traded 2 for 2, and clanda just run back to last. It's a 20% Uber disadvantage. It's not the end of the world, and it doesn't look as if Giddy Up will be in position to punish that.
Looking like it just yet. Backlash, it goes as per usual in Open. There's no engineer, there's no sentry gun. We don't know what that does. We just want to kill people. Therefore, to that end, we have the sniper rifle on the server, and immediately it's getting results.
They found him in River, and yeah, Riot is not taking any chances. Back to the wall, right round the corner. If a soldier skip jumped in, they could finish them off. But there's no sign
by pig all over the place. Ooh. Just hitting these.
Yeah, that doesn't feel good.
They have plenty of time. They have 2 leads sitting on Gullywash last. It's annoying, maybe, and all that, but you're not going to be too upset about it.
That's true. That's true. Lycrish does have a sticky trap at the top of River, and
someone's going to work into it. Look at that. Pratt wants to press forward because that's all he does. And they're preying on that weakness immediately, and the demo with him too.
But as half of Giddy tried to push, or as half of clanda
this
tried
is the
to push,
third time they're just walking through main today. How are they not expecting it?
They had some of their team there. Giddy just fought them and won, and now the Uber charge comes out, and the soldier spams them out, and it's 3-0 for Giddy.
I mean, I can't pretend like expecting clanda's playbook on last isn't necessarily somewhat predictable. If they want to push out, you just have to let them do it for a second, and then maybe the opportunity rises as long as you are not the first one to mess up. But good lobby control should get you a good chance to just scout out what they're trying to make a move with first. Works out pretty nicely so far.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if clanda can deny the Giddy demo and soldier this mid. They are trying to take the other side, but Hawaii bombs in and gets a kill. Pilk is trying to get right, and will in fact get that pick. This has started off much better for clanda. 3 kills for Pilk before he goes down.
From behind though cleans up the medic. Late cleanup just coming up clutch as well, and suddenly this is doable. 2 scouts is not what you want to see against you at the end of the mid fight.
Monty has 13 HP.
Does get to the pack, will be fine. Scouts don't have high ground, it's really maybe saving this, but they're also not seeing Frost walk in at all. Okay, Beach saves the data a little bit. Just about. I don't know how Frost was allowed to walk up with no one noticing, but they spot him in the end. And that's late deaths too, actually. That matters a lot. You still have to worry about bombs and sticky traps, but like beyond that, they can't really hold anymore.
Yeah, they're trying. They're trying, Giddy, but clanda, they're going to want to push, aren't they?
I mean, maybe so. Peeking deep already, but not a move being made just yet.
The spam has held them back long enough for the respawners to appear, so I think they can't just push in off this. They need someone to make a play somehow. Alright, done. There's 18 minutes left. Sell me on the clanda comeback.
I have not once seen a clanda comeback in my life.
What you're saying is it's Jova.
I've seen them have close games that go back and forth until the end. I have not seen them like not choke a close game.
Demon Charge comes out and gets 1 pick, but all it does is force Giddy up to blob up, Uber, flash everyone, and
well, clanda's behind. That's that's the thing.
How have clanda got into top river?
They did what Prats did, but like with 5 people.
Yeah, they just walked in.
There's the cleanup as well. Huge stuff. Monty hitting everything, and the rest that clean up. There's still soldiers lurking. Don't worry a little bit. Hawaii's taking a shot here, getting in, but gets very much denied, and something's coming out of this one slowly but surely. This is developing to a pretty concerning situation for Giddy.
That was really nice from clanda. They repositioned and just did what Giddy have done to them, taking the 1v1s, winning them, and now clanda are sitting on 90% and ready to push into last.
Maybe so. There's people coming up, getting everyone ready. But even with 5, you might just have to take a chance quick. I mean, it's not going to get much better than this anymore. And unlike themselves, Giddy is building the sentry gun while they still have a chance.
Yeah. Blank is just about to arrive and get buffed, and I think they have to push almost on that. Rise already at 70%. So clanda are going to go in through main, lead with the demo and scouts, very traditional, and they're going to focus the combo and not the gun.
Well, it gets them to point, and that's actually enough. Never mind.
They just run into river and into water and spam everyone off the point. I'm sold on the clanda comeback. I don't know about you, but I'm sold.
I mean, this is a great showcase that you don't need to out-DM your opponent. You just gotta awkwardly force yourself behind them, put them in really strange position, and then also just go point. And then it doesn't matter who hits shots as long as you're getting the cap time.
Objective-based gameplay.
Objectively based gameplay is what this is, yes.
Alright, let's see what Hawaii and Caffrey can do this mid, because they're going in and getting shut down. The spam, though, is just forcing clanda out of mid so completely. Lakrish isn't giving them a single chance, but Rai!
Is it enough? Rai is still alive?
22 HP!
Just about. Oh no, that's already gone. They're getting cornered so bad. Yeah, that's already going down. They realize till later if he's flanking them.
And the combo flanks from one side, and the flank comes in from mid, and...
Well, at least Pilk cleans up a little bit, but he's still just not in a position where he can do much in the end. They hunt him down, make sure of that. Yeah. And with him finally taken care of, it's just time to keep proceeding like nothing ever happened.
clanda have decided to go for the Monty Spide, which I would call a desperation play if it wasn't the second time they pulled this out. I don't think he's been bumped, though. So he's...
Oh, there we go. He's just sitting on mid, and the scout's just looking at him.
Yeah. And so that's now a guaranteed pick. So, and they'll go in with the Uber charge. Yeah, yet again, in the traditional way, get the picks.
They're not taking the point. They have to block. It's as simple as that. There's no gun stopping them from like getting position anywhere else. You can't just go point.
Yeah, they just use the Uber charge to get some time on the point, and clanda have to swarm into Lacrish's stickies.
And there you go, map point. Giddy can win map 1 well ahead of time. Move up a map in this best-of-3 match series, potentially.
Yeah.
With a lot less of a headache than, full 20-minute match would otherwise be.
clanda going for the right side mid again.
Oh,
they pick off Lakrish immediately. That's his big. Soldiers bombing in now, though, and they'll get shut down. They just get totally demolished. Rye goes down. It's only the scouts left, and they're just getting picked apart.
That is honestly the first time today experience knowledge. A different thing has showed off here, because clanda has played enough that they kind of have an enemy side mid, right? You want the demo spam back early and just take the space and make sure you don't get nuked early. And the other side, Giddy up just hasn't been in this situation often enough that they quickly readjust their positioning that you need to do. You need the bombs immediately onto the combo when they're like trying to go up. Just deny them getting high ground at all possible. They just didn't realize in time. And that's something that does come with experience that is still a little lacking right there. I don't know how much that's going to be true if they keep doing it on clanda, but at least for now it gets them a chance.
Yeah, and clanda are now 4 rounds down. They can't make any slip up. They have to play perfectly for 13 minutes, and the Uber charge comes out into last as they just sack in, take space on the right side, pumping out damage while Blank just caps the point. Preds runs in from beneath. Is he going to get it? Both scouts are going for the point. Demo's spamming it as well, and they just kill them. It's clanda again. It's happening.
When they know how to do it, they certainly look like they had 15 years of experience to get to this point. Right up, but it was made look pretty easy actually in the end. Really good mid fight, pretty clean last transition. It just needs to go clean for me. But like I said, right, they caught them by surprise once. Surely we're learning from a mistake.
If we learned from our mistakes, we wouldn't still play TF2.
And they wouldn't still be open actually.
clanda are going right side again, but Scout's now there to support the demo. So Lakrish eats some spam, but it's not enough, and the bomb comes in onto the soldier, onto the medic. It's over. It's over. It's over.
It very well might be, unless Brad gets one already. They're all looking at Blank instead. Oh, he's pressing W. He's just pressing W on him. Gets 2 out of this one against 6 people. Unfortunately, Blank is too late to get in. They were just making sure he doesn't get in, so that wasn't really a 2-man approach. It was just one, and then the other one way too late, unfortunately.
Yeah, they never even got near Rye, which is unfortunate because they're now facing a 100% Uber advantage, ready to push into last and end this, really.
I have seen clanda push out here.
We've seen clanda push out already this game.
I mean, they're not even on last, actually, they're not even.
And
it's working? Okay, well, it's working
Both
on half of
in
this
top
fight, but
river.
where's the combo going? We've been having backups.
Blank is just denying the combo. Pilk forces them in river, but it's just a medic and a soldier.
You know, the great thing about watching clanda games is that it's like, it's watching a movie you've seen before. Like, you kind of know what's going to happen, but there's still always like a mild new twist to it. And somehow, this one just forces the Uber with everyone else going down, and the match just feeds into lower lobby.
What? The sticky's in lower. That's a call out from Beach. Giddy, I think, wanted to do the same play of finding the weakness in clanda's defense and running their combo through it, and that's not so weak when it's got sticky bombs covering it.
Well, at least they got people picking up the match from spawn, so it's... Never mind, I was about to say, only this much disadvantage, but there's a lot of disadvantage actually, never mind. Trying to get in here. This looks pretty much done right now. They play behind get spotted already, though.
Yeah, I thought he might try to go for the medic, but no such luck. And Lakrish now setting up sticky bombs and choke. But clanda not even interested. They want big door. They want to push. They want to use the super rad. They
want to press W, but unfortunately they also have to go up a little bit, which makes things a little bit more annoying, you'd think. But actually, they just jump high enough to shoot right down on them. No need to hit air shots. Anything fancy like that, just shoot right down on them. They're not gonna escape. Hellfire raining right down upon them. And Kratz is already in last. This man's not wasting any time getting kills already.
They need to cap second, though. They need to cap second, and Hawaii is blocking it. And clanda are forced to come back
still
for
alive. They're still 2 down, though. That's actually still really good. Why is he running back in with 17 HP? No Ryle on him. Get the saw. No one's there, though. They'd lost too many in the meantime.
And suddenly Giddy have an advantage. I don't know if I can fault Preds for that, because getting the medpick there should have sealed the round, but giving away the sword, I mean, how do you?
I kind of love that Preds plays this game like you would expect someone who has played like Hydus in the distant past is going down back to open would be. Like, what would Thomas look like 20 years from now playing low, you know? Probably something like that. You just go in with 17 HP.
Yeah, you remember all your highlights, and you suddenly can't do them anymore.
I won these before. And the worst part is, he still won like half of them this season. Like, he genuinely is their playmaker, and it's been working more than it should, at the very least.
Alright, they're getting him into water again, forcing the rotation from the heavy and from the soldier, so this is...
Oh, that's a sentry gun, oh no.
Sentry, there's a heavy. Monty now going into water.
Okay,
as
well,
as
the
Preds.
engineer is not protecting that gun, which helps a lot.
And the Ubercharge comes out, and okay, eventually they get him with it.
They get it
they've got
anyway.
the demo and a scout.
There's the cap time, they have to block it. Ubercharge lasts so much longer for the red team though. Still sneak up some kills, might be doable. Uber ends now for Hawaii. It's even numbers, but they need a good re-entry, and I don't know if they have that. No one's really close. It's just Demoman on the point needing help quickly. Hit some good damage there. Getting Ladcrush already. Man's chasing deep into lobby for some reason. Wait a second. It's taking so long though. The spawns are gonna come up.
And Beach gets the heals, though. I mean, never mind. Beach dies immediately, but...
He was about to...
he got some heals, but it wasn't enough.
Ladcrush doing his best Beach impression, just trying to feed into lobby at the end of that Uber.
Yeah, and that was the same play that clanda went for before, where you force the other team onto points with your cap time and you just mulch them.
Chat opinions. This sentry gun spot on even Ubers. What do we think about this one? Because I hate this. I think this on even Uber is terrible. Like, what's this gun gonna do? Shoot the soldier into your medic? What do you think this does?
I was once told by someone that this was a very open sentry spot, so I think the players have taken that to heart.
I think Obi just like play his Highlander too, so he doesn't have an excuse for this one.
The Ubercharge comes out of Shutter, and they'll just trade on a heavy.
Okay, well the sentry gun spot is really good if it takes them 5 years to hit anything on the sentry gun.
Oh, and it's...
Oh, Pratt wants to back up. Oh no, he got spotted.
Yeah. And clanda are just running in with even Ubers and not even trying to force a multi or anything. They're just throwing shiny people against shiny people and hoping that somehow their shinies are better. This isn't Pokemon Go. Oh,
well,
but
they're trying their best with that anyway, but so far they're just throwing, I guess, really. Not Pokeballs, just in general.
Monty's trying to snipe Big Duel while the rest of the combo... Okay, Beach does now have some support in Choke, but I don't know about this. That's a lot of spam as he almost kisses Ladcrush, and...
Scout is just in as well. Frost decides to
the Ubercharge comes out, drops out though. They're totally surrounded. Bones is just running away from Big Door, being chased by the other medic. Why are you trying to... Oh, okay. Bones wanted the kill.
I have seen Animation win that one, actually. But maybe not right now, this one. Not so easy for the medic to do. Will go down. Everyone's false spawn, and I don't think they can have any impact on there. Monty is waiting, though. He's thinking about it, but now we're just going back to last. Sometimes you do have to hold last. As much as it pains them to do.
And this is definitely one of those times. clanda, I'm begging you. Preds, like, I know you used to...
Definitely does so much damage as well. Oh, the cleanup's barely missing though. I could have gotten like 3 of them if they had something walking in with that.
From both sides, but Giddy up are now just going to push in through river, while Black, they Uber into a pyro. They Uber into a pyro who stuffs them in a hole, but doesn't even matter.
Why is Ladcrush walking under point? Why is it working? He's just rolling alone under the point, and everyone's just getting forced into his stick. He's under the cap as well. They're all falling back. They don't know the demo's there, and that's just easiest cleanup the demo has ever seen to get this round win and win 5-2. clanda with some signs of life eventually, but just wasn't enough.
Yeah, I mean, there were some really good moments there, but I feel like they just need to commit to the last holds rather than...
Well, the thing is, when they had their roster last week, where it was a big mess and they had like a Merc and the sub step in and then change 3 people's classes or something, with that roster, they didn't feed nearly as much. Which leads me to believe that this is all Bones' fault for calling him to go forward. Because he wasn't playing, and he's the team leader, so I think that's what's at play here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of something to say about that match, but it wasn't so much one of the. I mean, I suppose it was partly one of the transition plays, but it felt more like the set plays that both teams had, the mid fights and the last fights. Just Giddy Up had better mid fights than clanda, but clanda had some better mid fights themselves. But it's when it went chaotic that it just all fell apart for both teams.
Yeah, and then it just comes down to the end. Well, there was a few DM moments for clanda, and it was certainly favored still in that hand by a Giddy Up, all things considered. Made that look pretty good in the end, even with the small worry there in the middle. But the win's a win.
A win is indeed a win.
Not going to complain about that much, especially after the games they've been through last week. This is a great return to form, I would imagine. With a Berg as well. You have logs maybe as well. Funny numbers. Ooh. I'm sure they will make a lot of sense with the gameplay we've seen. So yeah, process up next as well. So we'll see. I don't know what production is clicking buttons right now, but we're trying. Okay, we have open caster, we have open producer, everyone's open today.
It's the Open Grand Finals. It's what it should be.
New numbers, exciting. Hell yeah, numbers. Look at that. Isn't that just crazy?
We have some statistics to analyze. And what I'm seeing, first of all, is that Rai got 3 times as many kills as Bones. So I think that's clearly the reason.
That sounds like a lot. If you don't mention that it's 3 and 1.
In 24 minutes, 3 kills on Med is maybe not bad. I don't know.
Again, I have seen Animation get 3 kills on Medic in 20 seconds.
True.
And that man is producing now, so look where it got him. But yeah, it's not even looking that bad, and I guess I'm also not even surprised by Brad stop scoring with Vigos in as much as he does. I guess he also top tied, kind of. So that just comes with the territory. I always like to say Pratt plays like what casters in like 2016-15 wanted you to believe Starkey was playing like on Flank Scout.
Just holding W, taking
like, oh yeah, you have
fights.
5 people like play their game and then Flank Scout just does their thing, kind of deal. But he actually does that, and not just sometimes he just kills people on tank because he's good. No, he just goes in and wants to be the hero.
And yeah, you could see the cogs whirring in his brain as he ran down river and into water and up onto the point. But unfortunately, he found the medic there, but he also found the demo, a scout, and a soldier, and it's kind of Jova. And doubly unfortunately, that was the time when the medic found him, and he fed 25% Uber. So
yeah, I mean, for what it's worth, I think clanda soldiers did pretty good tonight. As well, we've seen some airshots over them as well. They've done a pretty good job, but just still outdone anyway. Pretty good. It's just not going to win you a grand finals, I'm afraid. Not against a team like this. And I guess, once again, special shoutouts to Caffrey once more. I mean, marking in fairly last second, they needed a guy, and they found a soldier.
Yeah,
the experience doesn't matter.
They put some respectable numbers. Yeah. Some very impactful plays. I don't know if they're Pocket or Roma, but
it's hard to say with a game like this, honestly.
Yeah.
No, too many just mid fights to tell. And quite frankly, anyone can do any role up on soldier, and it just doesn't matter what role you play after that point.
True.
So yeah, we'll see what it's going to be here. I'm expecting fast bombs by the soldiers, honestly, on this. I feel like it's going to happen. I'd be disappointed if it doesn't, honestly.
What I'm hearing is both demos are going to hold W to mid, and both demos are going to have a pair of soldiers land on their heads.
Alright, we'll see what comes of it. Oh yeah, another reason why clanda hates product is because Beach always refuses to switch off the paint train, even on King of the Hill. Which is a decision you legally are allowed to make in this game.
Should it be, though?
There's it's like the GG rule we removed. Sometimes you just gotta make rules be in place to protect people from themselves.
True. Which is where I would like to submit my application for admin and to ban everyone.
I approve of this statement.
All right.
And then you can make someone repair the part of the website that's broken.
Yep, there won't be any fixtures if there's no one playing.
Also
Sodium, hit us up. We know what to do.
Ban everyone.
Yes.
Legalize nuclear weapon.
Dumb. It's been weeks since Oppenheimer. The meme's old. Move on. Move on to process our second map. Giddy won this one, but it was close.
Okay, well then what's the topical reference right now? Hit me.
I don't know.
This is open. This is what the Zoomers are watching and playing, I guess, as well.
I'm not hip with it. You think clanda are Zoomers?
Well, no, but the other team technically kind of... Well, not really, actually, but you know what I mean. Like,
Baral,
Rise also Boomer, really.
Alright. Let's see what the soldiers of clanda can pull out on this mid, because I want to see how fast they're going to take it.
Okay, Raul's coming out. We are going at least 2 point. But it's not going to be the Devil Bombs just yet. Hawaii taking so much damage early as well. Looks rough to be there, but has scouts falling into that place as well up top, trying to protect each other quite nicely, and they're spotting everything, peeking ahead, coming immediately. 1, 2, 3 in one fellow swoop. Just immediately shot down the second they stepped ahead of the point. They're trying to go enemy side, rotate to them toward that pack, but they're just stopping them dead in their tracks.
Yeah, the focus... I don't quite know if it would be the focus fire on that mid, but Giddy Up was so good at picking where they wanted to spam. It looked as if they were saying, and now let's spam our pack, and 2 soldiers and a demo would turn and eviscerate anyone there, and then they would turn to point and they would eviscerate anyone there. They were just really nicely in sync.
Alright, not bad. Also, if I don't remember incorrectly, I think Lagrid was one of the individuals that Gremlin in early phase at TF2 in 2016 a lot. That was the grand old times.
Oh! But Blank drops Rye on the entrance, and it's all gone so horribly wrong.
They don't teach you that one in Face It. No one was able to physically snipe there back in the day. Oh, where's Beat going? He's just alone! The rest of the team's taking so long.
Alert. The control point is being captured.
And Obi is just still in rollout. He's running on to last.
I mean, it works a lot of the times. Both these teams just run for the backup. Gotta try.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And clanda are finally getting out onto second, and they're getting the cap. Monty already holding W forward into mid, calling it clear as stickies. So that he should be able to just push through choke with this 40% Uber advantage. Hawaii though positioned to bomb in. Beach is apparently AFK. God, I hope he's switching off Pain Train. And the Uber charge is forced out by Hawaii. And Monty is going to bomb forward with this. All the way into choke. Gets denied.
Yeah, they're not getting much out of this one.
Yeah,
they've got to be ready for these sort of pushes. Ooh, and they're coming back right away. They waited so long. He was already up for the red team. Just getting right back in there.
Frost is just holding W. Bones is on 8 HP.
He's just pistoling the entire time. We're not really going to go scattergun today. We are just using pistol. This is the CSGO pistol round. And he's winning it.
He makes it work. He makes it work. Monty pulls out the spy again. I mean, if he can't see you, he can't pistol you, I guess. But Hawaii is already ready to spawn camp last. I mean, this...
it goes onto the point, and we still get the backstab.
Got the backstab.
Admittedly funny, but that's sadly enough still somehow the most impact this spy had so far.
Yeah. And it's all... I think that whole sequence is just because clanda didn't leave mid early enough. They just got pushed back in with the Uber charge.
No, this is all the reason because Frost watched one too many quad track movies. And now he has become the pistol man.
Beach much more respectful on the rollout as the soldiers bomb in fast, and they're actually getting some very nice picks. Black tries to rush in for a kill, doesn't get it, and the health is so bad that they're not going to be able to punish Beach, trying his hardest, but he'll get locked out of choke, and clanda win the mid fight.
There you go, not bad. Let's see if they can do something from here. It's stalemating quite likely. I mean, there's still a moment with 2 down, but you gotta be quick to use that one. Frost.
They want the mid pick.
I mean, that is what it would be in the normal game. But this is only a normal game too, the Joker, and clanda isn't done joking yet. Bombs on the medic. Not catching the kill. Bones protect themselves actually before the rest of the team can intervene. Good enough. We take the kill gladly towards last. Can peek into that last point a little bit now. Gotta figure this one out, however. We've seen Giddy have plenty of chances into last the past few 30 minutes, I guess, combined both maps now.
Oh, and Valorant expert Froz pulling it out. He's sitting watching lobby. clanda just going to push 1.
I don't know Valorant. Are you really just sniping that much in the game?
I think so. It's like CS and Overwatch, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been described to me as funny CSGO.
Alright.
Like CSGO flashy things happening sometimes, I guess. I don't know.
Well, the flashy thing happened. Clanda sacked in 2 soldiers, and they got nothing out of it.
Well, that's not very flashy then.
Sentry gun is still level 1. Okay, the engineer is now upgrading it, but Clanda, how are you going to push last now?
With the gun on last and open? I don't think they are. That's the final boss. If they can do this, then they still win the match, I feel, quite frankly.
They've decided that Monty needs to counter snipe. He's walking into Froz. They're just dueling.
That is surprising. I've seen Pratt be the one that snipes most of the time on this team, but I guess they want the scouts. And I mean, it's working out so far.
Yeah, I don't blame them if you're going to get plays like that. Oh, but the soldier goes in. Bones doesn't actually take any damage there. That's very fortunate for Clanda. They're now going to be able to push him without using until they get nice space. Sentry goes down. The Unicharge will be forced in return. Blank will be caught, and it looks like actually Beach and Bones might be caught as well. Oh.
You know, Beach and Bones sounds like a sick book title.
It does. Bones escapes because Beach gives his life away, and Licorice is now trying to take Bones' life as well, but will be denied.
Alright, well, there's still some picks down, and
pushing.
you have to support the flank, because Pratt is doing what he does best. Press W and shoot people. Unfortunately, shooting 2 at once is a little difficult on Scout, and then really quickly just fall back for him. No backup threat whatsoever anymore, and just keep going from here. That's sad. Maybe it's not quite that easy, actually. All of the clan spawns coming up as well. Pratt nicely wasted time, actually, to help out everyone.
Yeah, there isn't a clear advantage for anyone to push off. I mean, Preds is down, but Pilk goes in, gets the skip jump, gets quite close, but quite close isn't enough.
Well, it's not just the story of this match so far. It's still been quite close, but clanda has not been converting the chances quite yet. Tough to get any new ones in this damage currently as well. There we go, that helps quite a bit. Caffrey spammed down just about, eats a bit too much damage from the demo to run away from the scouts afterwards. But what now, right? You gotta actually figure out the play from here. Do we just try to walk and take some exchange? Do we just throw soldiers in the good old-fashioned way? Are we throwing a scout behind again? We're opting for option A, just going in for the exchange, but Beach is off the beam at the worst time.
No. This is disaster. They're going to lose Bones as well. He gets body blocked and blown up by Hawaii. I mean, Preds, what are you going to do on 26 HP? You can't be a hero when you're dead.
Well, he's not the only one trying, for what it's worth. Both soldiers still lurking somewhere. Pig takes all the attention away from maybe the Monty play. Oh no, the scout sees it happen anyway. There,
Monty tries to deny the mid block, but it's far too late, and they're already in onto second.
Clanda's fighting on second. Oh, I say fighting. They're dying on second currently. Decided to walk out the floor.
Hawaii is in behind them.
He's
going to get Bones before he goes down.
Well, Giddy is winning this fight 3 different ways right now.
Monty's still trying to block on second, but again is too late, and they're just on last. Giddy up. They can't be stopped.
Certainly not. And just kind of getting stuck between like 3 decisions on clanda. Needed to make one concrete choice and just kind of ended up being a mess of it all. Wanted to like have the guy block behind, wanted to kind of go in and like block with that on second, but just much too late to anything in the end. Well, everything's just too late on the side of clanda. Giddy gladly takes round 2. Solid lead now after a lot of back and forth in the middle of that previous round. If they get a good mid fight now going, that is going to be really bad news, and they're on to a really good start.
Preds is going in for a flank because Bones is Beach has already gone down. Preds gets nothing. They're just out. The mid fight's over, and Giddy Up are already pushing into second. They've got Hawaii on the flank. They've got Caffrey in the front. Welcome to last, boys.
Yeah, well, you know, some of them are going back home the long way around, which is to say, through the spawn queue in the next 15-20 seconds. And I don't know if they're still around by that point. They're just running in, killing everything on red. Licorice gets traded out at least, but with the Uber charge coming up now, there's not much threat of dying anymore when they can't even hit you.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same problem for clanda. They never quite committed to leaving enough, but they also never quite committed to fighting enough to actually block it. But, I mean, on that note, like, you lose your demo immediately. I mean, Preds went for a hero play, and I can respect that, having one player go for a hero play while everyone else leaves, but Giddy Up just took that advantage and ran with it. And Pilk is going to try and go for a similar play now, gets instantly denied. Lakrish is very weak. A lot of them are very weak, but it's not enough. Soldier gets airshot out of the sky, but Hawaii goes in himself, and it's devastation. It's devastation once again.
Big damage by Lakrish. There we go. Full cleanup. Full 6-man sweep in the end for the side of Giddy Up. I mean, quite frankly, this play, they only need one more fight like this, because this round's looking plenty done and over with already. Big advantage coming up to last. All they need is finishing touches. We know they have when given the chances, so pretty easy picking, it feels like, from here. Especially with the continuous lead on such a gun.
Beach is trying to fight Lobby, which I really don't like, because the whole team is about to run into you. You've got 2 scouts being minced. They take Monty first. They Uber charge through main next. They're just sitting on the point being Ubered, surrounded by players. And they're killing every single one of them.
Yeah, there you go. Final kill comes through. You know, it's been a minute, actually, I feel like, since we've had Grand Finals be this dominant by one team. Usually, they still all come out nailed by this in most divisions these past few years, but Giddy Up making themselves be fired.
Bones has decided to pull out the Crits Krieg in a desperate attempt to actually do something, but I don't think this is the play, because you have to actually survive to use the crits.
Well, you have to survive a whole lot less, however, so maybe
and
that's
the double soldier bombs, and Beach gets demolished. They'll try to take Pilk down weak as well. Caffrey goes back in onto Bones. Clanda, they're just being picked apart by the vultures of Giddy Up, running in through choke, mids less than half caps, as Lakrish is already cutting them off in IT. Lakrish is... I think Lakrish has somehow lost Bones. Never mind, they found him. They've found him.
They're finding everything. No one's surviving in the end. Find quick kills all around. And now it's just like, what do you do? I mean, I would like to tell them to stay on last, but honestly, I can't blame them for trying to go into second, get kills early right now. You delay this point, you get some kills, it's huge, but none of it's really coming to fruition just yet. Uber charge right past them into the last point, already getting deep, blank down right away. No cap time, they want the kills first of all, but they realize, wait a second, point's wide open, let's just get on the cap and win this game and this division with that as well. Very dominant pattern.
Yeah, GG. Well played to Giddy Up. 5-2, 5-0.
In what might be the oldest open game on average player age ever. And it's not honestly just Clanda's fault, to be fair.
Yeah, and the oldest game is the fastest game. I mean, what is there to say about that? Giddy Up had better mids, and they took every advantage that gave them.
Yeah, really clean stuff. Very good end to the season. Like I said, they vaguely needed a redemption arc from last week in a way. It was lesser teams would have died that night, I think, when that happened. So, you know, they managed to pull themselves together from whatever certain yelling was going on there, and come out the better for it. And I'm interested to see where they're going next as players as well. I doubt the team stays alive, but I'm sure most players will go somewhere else in the future from here. Very curious to see where we might see them next.
I'm very sure that this is not the last time we'll see them on Team Fortress TV. There were some really nice plays coming out from them, and
why is there a cartoon bomb like landing behind you?
Don't worry about it.
All right then. Well, that was one game, you can say.
That was your grand finals. Congratulations to Giddy Up.
The entire open season leading up to this.
Yeah. Quote open quote. Congratulations to Giddy Up. They were the better team, and they proved it in style.
Oh, very much so. But the TF2 isn't over yet today, because while open is ended pretty quickly, I have a feeling low might still very much be going tonight. Yeah. So we can throw you over to Team Fortress TV 1. You might have forgotten the channel was live, since this one went live first on Twitch tonight. But yeah, our main channel is still streaming right now. Low Grand Finals. It is turning online against Bean Sports fighting it out for the low grand finals championship title ring match, whatever, and see who takes gold over there. That's one division higher skill level wise for anyone not aware of EU skill level. So we're moving up in the world, and we'll see what they're up to there now, and we'll catch you next time.
See ya.